We breathe almost 20,000 times a day, and most of those go unnoticed. But the moment you try to stop breathing, everything changes. Think about it. You take something as simple and as basic as breathing, and you just pause it. Suddenly, you're face to face with this ancient, raw survival alarm. Your body starts begging for air, and everything in you wants to give up. But that's the moment that it gets really interesting. Because right there, in that discomfort, you choose how to respond. So that's what really got me into breathtaking at first. At the beginning, it was just curiosity, but then I wanted to see how long I could go. But then the longer I practiced, the more I realized it's not about how long you can go. It's about getting to know yourself when things get uncomfortable. So when you hold your breath, your body freaks out almost immediately. Your heart rate climbs, your chest tightens, and you start to freak out. So your brain is going like, okay, we should really breathe now. And in that moment, you have two options. You can panic, or you can just try to stay calm and watch what happens inside your body. So what if you don't react? What if you just watch it happen? Well, in this case, you notice that panic has a pattern. It rises, it peaks, and if you don't fight it, it almost fades off. And that's exactly the moment in which you realize that you can feel the discomfort, the pain, and still be okay. It's almost like a shortcut into seeing how your mind works when things get tense. And you start building this quiet confidence, not from being tough, but from realizing sometimes you just gotta let go. And here's the part that surprised me the most. Breath holding forces you to confront reality in a way few things can. You can't just win against the urge to breathe. You can't fake your way through it. You will eventually hit your limit. And when that moment comes, you will have to surrender. There's no other choice. So you start realizing that sometimes strength looks like letting go. Sometimes it's not about the urge. It's about trusting that you can feel it and still be calm. So you start to see that the acceptance of discomfort actually gives you strength. You are teaching your brain that not every small signal means panic. And that really just carries over to every other aspect of your life. If you're getting stressed, if you don't know how to react to something, then you've already practiced staying calm when your body wanted to freak out. So when you start practicing breath holding, you will start noticing how everything in your body is connected. Your mind, your thoughts, your body. So what I would really like you to get from this video is not really about mastering anything. It's just about starting to notice. The more you practice, the less it becomes about numbers or time. Your focus will just start shifting onto your inner feelings, what is happening inside your body, inside your mind. You'll start noticing the small details of your thoughts, how they shift away from your focus. So breath holding isn't anything about becoming a sort of mind warrior or something like that. It's about paying attention to what's happening inside you. So I gave you this introduction on breath holding, but I also want to give you some actionable steps to start practicing it in a safe way. So if you try to take a deep breath and hold it as long as you can, chances are you're probably gonna be able to keep it for probably a minute and a half, or at least when I tried the first time, the case was that for me. So I could keep my breath for 1 minute and 20 seconds, which I would say is quite an average result. And you can pause my video right now and try that yourself. So, okay, let's say you've tried and you can keep your breath for about a minute or a minute and a half. A great method to improve your breath holding time is the Wim Hof Method. And the one I use and that I'm about to suggest you is a slight variation of it, but still the concept is the same. So, how does it work? You take 30 deep but fast breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. What happens to your body doing this? You are injecting a lot of oxygen in your lungs and are expelling a lot of carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide level in your blood is getting lower, and this really is the key. The feeling of the need to breathe is not given by the lack of oxygen, but by carbon dioxide levels building in your blood. So as we said, breathing quickly and deeply lowers carbon dioxide levels inside your blood. Therefore, your brain won't receive the emergency signal for a while. This means you will be able to hold your breath for longer before your brain signals the alarm. But exactly what happens while you are holding your breath? Oxygen in your blood is gradually getting consumed. But carbon dioxide needs more time to raise to levels that signal panic. So carbon dioxide needs more time to trigger this respiratory reflex. So it seems like you have more resistance, but in reality, you don't have more oxygen. You just brought your carbon dioxide levels to a lower point than usual. So after having tried this for a couple times, my breath holding increased to 3 minutes, so I more than doubled it. And the interesting part is that I was not suffering or I was in pain. Actually, it was almost like I didn't even notice. I easily arrived to 2 minutes 40, and then, okay, I had to push my way a bit through it for the last 20 seconds, but it's been really easy for the first 2 minutes 40. Anyways, guys, I remind you, I am not a doctor. I'm just talking about my personal experience, which in fact has not always been great. There are some dangers related to this practice. For example, last Christmas, I tried doing this Wim Hof Method inside a hot sauna, which of course is not a great idea. I passed out during it, and I woke up a couple of seconds later not knowing where I was or what I was doing, which is not a smart idea. I wouldn't recommend trying it. So you gotta keep in mind that to do this kind of breathing exercise, you have to be in a safe environment. The setting around you has to be safe. You can do it only if you're seated on a soft surface or while laying down. In fact, if you do it standing up or sitting on a chair, if you pass out, you risk falling on the floor and banging your head on some hard objects. Hey guys, so I was editing the video and I realized I did not really give a conclusion to this video. I'm not leaving a meaningful message. So what I really want to leave you guys is that breath holding, every breath holding technique really empowers you to, yes, stay focused, but mainly learn what goes inside you while you are suffering, while you're fatiguing. And the method I described, at least for me, is the most powerful one because it's been the one that's allowed me to hold my breath the longest. So this is what I personally suggest you guys, but in general, I think there are several other techniques that are useful to implement. And that's it for today's video.